Hey everybody, it's Jason with Parallel Reality coming back with you here today with an article from The Federalist. This is dated May 21st, and it is Biden's cancer diagnosis raises serious questions about who made these 5 decisions. So it's kind of the hot topic right now is trying to figure out, with this guy incapacitated, it's not even his cancer, it's the fact that he seems to have some sort of dementia or maybe even Alzheimer's, like who was making decisions for him. So let's find out. Keep scrolling down. It says here are 5 of the most consequential decisions of the Biden presidency that have many Americans asking whether Biden was truly the one behind them. And I'm going to flat out just say probably not at this point. So it says on Sunday it was revealed to the public that President Joe Biden had been diagnosed with a more aggressive form of prostate cancer that has metastasized to the bone. It says Dr. Zeke Emanuel said Monday on MSNBC that it's more likely that Biden had it while he was president. That means that on top of the obvious cognitive impairment, Biden may have also been suffering from an aggressive cancer, further calling into question who was actually making key decisions during his administration. So here are 5 of the most consequential decisions of the Biden presidency that, in light of this diagnosis, have many Americans asking whether Biden was truly the one behind him. And again, I don't know, but probably not. So the appointment of Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, the Supreme Court justice that can't actually tell you what a woman is, like she can't tell you what she is, which is weird. So it says Biden nominated Ketanji Brown Jackson to fill the Supreme Court seat left vacant after Justice Stephen Breyer stepped down in 2022. Prior to taking office, Biden made nominating a black woman to the Supreme Court a top priority, as pointed out by the Federalist Jordan Boyd. Jackson had notable shortcomings, including the inability to define what a woman was because she's not a biologist. And can we stop just making choices for, important positions based on skin color, just whoever's the best? I mean, is that a difficult thing? Does pardons and commutations, oh my. As Biden gave preemptive pardons to former Representative Liz Cheney, Dr. Anthony Fauci, General Mark Milley, Adam Schiff, and others who sat on the Select Committee to investigate the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol, as well as to the police officers from the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department or the U.S. Capitol Police who testified before the committee, according to the Lawfare Institute. And why would they need, why would the police officers need a pardon? Did they do something wrong? Why else would they need a pardon? So it says, Biden also issued pardons to his brother, James Biden, James's wife, Sarah, his other brother, Francis T. Biden, and his sister, Valerie T. Owens, along with her husband, John T. Owens. And again, if they didn't do anything wrong, well, why would they need a pardon? So as noted by the Federalist, Beth, I can't pronounce the last name, Brelge, we'll go with that, says to be pardoned for a crime, there must be a crime. None of the people on this list have been charged for the awful ways they harm people in their official capacities. Yeah, so that's a problem. It says Biden also announced in December that he was granting 39 pardons and 1,499 commutations in what his administration described as the largest single-day grant of clemency in modern history. And if I remember correctly, he was responsible for more pardons than basically any president, by leaps and bounds. I could be wrong about that. By all means, fact check me. It says weeks before that set of pardons and commutations, Biden quietly commuted the sentences of 2 Chinese spies. In one case, Yan Jun-shu was convicted in 2022 for conspiracy to commit economic espionage, conspiracy to commit trade secret theft, attempted economic espionage by theft or fraud, attempted theft of trade secrets by taking or deception. It says, but Biden's commutation said it is in the national interest that the term of imprisonment related to the aforesaid conviction not be served in its entirety. This guy's only stealing for his communist home country, but no, let's let him go. Sure. So it says the deadly Afghanistan withdrawal, and I want blood for this, not literally YouTube, calm down. I'm talking figuratively speaking, someone needs to pay for this. I read the book and I don't have it with me. I left it at my parents' place in Florida when I saw them for my dad to read. It's the one, I can't remember the author's name, it's the guy that, whatever, but it's about the withdrawal from Afghanistan, and it's bad, it's damning. So I think heads need to roll for this. So on August 26, 2021, 13 U.S. service members were killed during what has now become known as the botched Afghanistan withdrawal. The same withdrawal also left thousands of Americans, U.S. allies, and their families stranded. A report from the State Department later confirmed that Biden's execution of the withdrawal posed significant challenges for the department. So as Biden rushed the withdrawal, which compounded the difficulties the department faced in mitigating the loss of the military's key enablers, the report found, Biden's lack of planning had serious consequences for the viability of the Afghan government and its security. Remember that when we left, the Taliban basically took over the country like immediately after it happened. The thing we were trying to not have happen happened like a snap of the fingers after we left. So it says, notably, Biden also left billions of dollars of U.S. military equipment behind for U.S. enemies to use, while allowing hundreds of Afghans on the Pentagon's watch list to enter the U.S. without proper vetting. Correct. It says, open borders. It says, Biden allowed millions of illegal aliens to flood the country and made it easier for them to do so. As explained by Tristan Justice in these pages, Biden stopped construction of the border wall, expanded the illegal Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA program, reversed Trump-era executive orders that enforced immigration law, issued a deportation moratorium, lost track of thousands of children illegally in the country, resurrected an Obama-era parole program for illegals, and more. So despite the urgent need for border security, Biden falsely claimed he lacked the authority to secure the border and said he had done all I can do. Yeah, and then as soon as Trump took over, he basically was like, nope, secure the border, and it got secured. So turns out all we needed was a new president. It says, as the Federalist John Daniel Davidson pointed out, a secure border was always within reach during the Biden years, but Biden and the Democrats sold out their fellow Americans, threw open the borders, and then pretended they had no choice in the matter. Yep. And here's the thing that's going to get me one of them lovely community notes. If the mention of the Capitol riot, the January 6th thing, wasn't enough to do it, here we go. COVID. So it says, Biden issued an announcement about a purported vaccine mandate for private companies employing 100 people or more just months after taking office. Biden also, as reported by Boyd, encouraged businesses to adopt vaccine-mandated and plotted a vaccine passport program that would deny Americans work or access to society based on their COVID-19 vaccination status. The Biden administration also required all federal employees and contractors to get the vaccine or lose their jobs. Yeah, so for all you guys crying about, on the far left, crying about fascism, and you don't seem to know what it is, well, this is kind of in that direction. So if you supported this, I hate to break it to you, but you're a lot closer to a fascist than anybody you're calling a fascist. So, that being said, are there any other decisions that Joe Biden made that you would add to this list that need to be investigated? I think that's a decent start to a list, and what else do you want to add to it? Let me know in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon.